What's up, guys? How's it going? We're doing something different today. So, quite a few people have been asking if I play against viewers, and so I don't normally, but today I'm making an exception. So, if you would like to play against me, here's how this is going to work. It's going to be a 10-minute rapid game. First come, first serve. Super chat your chess.com username, and I will challenge you. Okay? And I will just play against as many as I can until I have to stop. That's basically how it's going to work. Make sure you do one thing for me. On your chess.com, on the left-hand side, actually, you can't see it. Let me do this. At the bottom where it says settings, okay, this settings gear, click on that, okay? And then it's going to open up your settings. Go to live chess. Right there in the middle, you can see that, live chess. Click on that. Scroll down. You'll see all of these. Let me move it over here. You'll see all these settings and make sure it says allow challenges from everyone. Okay, I have mine set to nobody. Otherwise, I get too many challenges, but make sure yours is set to everyone before you give me your username. Otherwise, it might not accept. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I know quite a few people had recommended this, and I believe, let's see, who's in the chat? I don't know if they're here. What was their name? Somebody had first dibs on this, but I don't think they're here. So anybody can do this, okay? So that's what we're doing for now. What's up, Connor? How you doing? So it's a 10-minute game. You can be any rating. I'm not going to make fun of anybody, so it doesn't matter what your rating is. You can play, have fun, and I'll try to give, pointers, and if I notice something that you're doing that you can improve on, I'll say that, okay? So I'm just going to wait, and we'll go from there. How does that sound? I'll give a chance for people to join. Hey, Larly. ManDude02, what's going on? Hey, Gary. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Oh, the struggle. Yes, that's who it was, Connor. Thank you for reminding me. Yep, it was the struggle. I think you're right. I don't know if they're here, though. It doesn't look like it. But they had asked for the stream, yeah, in particular. And the only reason I'm not opening it up to everybody is because I get so many requests that there's not a good way to like filter out who to play. So we'll just go with Super Chat. Super Chat your username on chess.com if you want to play a game, okay? Oh, and it'll be an unrated game, so don't worry about that. And I will challenge you. I just need your username. All right. While we're waiting, let's do a puzzle. So I'm not sitting here with nothing to do. So I need a number between 1 and 200 that is not 69, 97, 42, 111, 166, 7, or 123. '86, 73. Oh, there's Josiah. Okay. Josiah wants to play. All right, we'll do the puzzle in just a second, guys. All right, Josiah. Let me challenge you, okay? There we go. All right, 10-minute game, not rated. And here we go. You should have the challenge. I just said it. Hey, Dan, welcome. All right, Josiah. Let me know if you see it. I think I sent the challenge. All right, good luck. There we go. I'll play E4. Speakers are On 1 second. Sorry, guys. My speakers are not working. He plays the Alakines. Okay, I'm going to play knight c3. I'm going to defend my pawn. d5. Okay, I'm going to actually just turn it into a gambit because I like to play this gambit a lot. So I'll just turn it into the Blackmar-Daymar gambit. But so far, he's playing some good moves. And yeah, good luck, Josiah. Okay, knight c6. So he decides to not take the pawn, but he does develop a piece, which is interesting. I'm thinking about developing one of my bishops, pinning one of these knights. Well, this would be a pin. This is not a pin yet. Let's go with bishop to g5. I'm going to go ahead and put the pressure here, anticipating that at some point he's going to move this pawn, and there's going to maybe be a pin here. So let's see how Josiah responds to this one. Okay, so he plays h6. He's trying to kick my bishop, but you'll notice the knight's defending the pawn. So what I'm actually going to do is take it, and now we have 2 against 1 here. 2 against just the queen. And so it's just a question of which way do I want to take this. Now, taking with the knight is good because I keep my pawn structure looking nice and pretty. Taking with the pawn is good because it kicks this knight away, and it looks kind of awkward. You can't go here, you can't go here. Probably don't want to go to the side. So both of these look pretty good to me. And I think I will take with the pawn because I think this tempo gain on the knight is actually very powerful. So I'm going to do that, even though I get doubled pawns. All right, Lamar. We'll be next, okay? Okay, so he retreats the knight. And I think I'm just going to defend this pawn. So it's attacked twice. I think I'm just going to add a defender. And the annoying thing for black about where the knight is it's blocking the bishop, so he's not going to be able to castle, at least not for a couple of moves. He could still bring out this bishop or do something else, but I'm pretty happy. I'm going to play like knight f3, probably castle, and I think we have a pretty good position so far. Okay, so c6, he's trying to get rid of this, so I think I'm just going to take, go ahead and trade off my doubled pawn there, and also it unleashes my bishop on the weak f7 square. Okay, he recaptures. He's now attacking the pawn, so let's continue developing, and now we are ready to castle. So black's down, what, a pawn, but they do have a bunch of open files, some good diagonal, so I do have to be a little bit careful here. Okay. So whenever there's a bishop on g4 with your queen lined up and you have your bishop on c4, you always want to check if there's some kind of a tactic, right? Like bishop takes f7, you jump your knight in. In this case, I don't think it works because he's got knight takes, which defends. Also, I'm just losing too many pieces, but definitely something you want to look for. I think I'm just going to go ahead and castle. I want to get my rook to e1 as fast as possible. I'm not going to worry about anything else right now. I think this is a top priority. All right, I'm just going to start a notepad over here with the names of everybody I need to play so I don't forget this. So, okay, first we have 32 black squares. And we have, oh, can I copy this? There we go. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay. All right, so he plays bishop e7. That's a good move. That's a good move because he's planning ahead for my rook. So that's smart. That's very smart. I'm going to push the pawn. It just looked like it was a weakness to me, so I'm just going to push it so it's no longer a weakness. Also comes with the tempo on the knight, and I think that's smart. Yes, it blocks my bishop, but I wasn't really going to take that anyway. He's about to castle, so I don't think that's a big deal. Yeah, guys, we're doing super chat to play, so please don't just spam in the chat. So now let's see. Take check. His king can go to f8. We don't have a follow-up, so I don't think I can sack my queen just yet. Check looks maybe pretty dangerous if it forces king f8. Yeah, I'm going to go with the check, and I'm hoping that he moves the king to f8 because then you can't castle. You don't have to. He could block, but even that forces him to retreat. And so if I can get this king f8 move, that's a big win for me. Okay. Okay, so he goes back. So we relieve some pressure there just by throwing in that little check. And I think what I'm going to do now is play the move d6. And I'm really taking advantage of the fact that the bishop doesn't have a lot of options. He does take it, but that's going to allow my queen to come in. And again, I've prevented the king from castling, which is huge, right? I think he just missed the queen. I think he just missed the queen on d1. Am I playing someone who's also watching the stream? They might be. That's okay. That's all right. You can watch the stream if you want. That's not going to bother me. Bolt Rider. All right. You'll be next. So I could take this back, but I'm noticing that his king is in trouble, okay? And so rather than wasting my time doing that, I'm just going to bring my rook over and attack the king immediately. And that's much more powerful. Yes, you can block with the rook with that or with the bishop, but that doesn't help you. And now, yeah, he blocks with the queen. There wasn't any other move, and this is just going to be checkmate. Okay, so good game, Josiah. I think, let's see, where did you go wrong? The opening was great. Okay, this is totally fine. You're striking at the center. I like that a lot. Knight c6, nothing wrong with it. Generally, in these, when there's pawns on like d4 and d5, a lot of times you're going to want to use your c pawn. And so usually the knight doesn't go to c6. A lot of times it'll go to d7. And generally, it's good to take this pawn. Usually you don't want to allow white the option to kind of push on you or take because you get into trouble. So a lot of times, go ahead and just take that. And then now would be a good time to maybe pause and develop if you don't want to take my gambit, okay? But usually you want to trade that pawn off. So that was one kind of small thing. And then I think you didn't realize that I was actually threatening to take this and win your pawn here. Again, it kind of goes back to that, you know, if you would have just traded this off, you don't have the weakness anymore, and you're going to be good to go, right? You want to be really careful playing moves like h6 when your opponent is developing quickly because you're going to fall behind in development, okay? So just trading, bringing out the bishop, playing e6, and bringing out this bishop, that's going to be usually better than h6, all right? And then I think you already know about your other mistake on d6 here, just taking this. Although at this point, it's kind of already too late, I think. Bishop e7 was good. Knight e5 was good. Yeah, I think here you probably do just have to play king f8. Even though it's an awkward move, at least you get your king away from the center, and the game goes on. I mean, it's not ideal, but that was probably your best bet. All right, cool. Good game. And let me see. 32 black squares is next. So I'm going to copy this and challenge you. Let me go ahead over here. All right, 32 black squares, I believe, was Lamar. I'm going to challenge you to a 10-minute game, so get ready. Here we go. Let me go unrated. All right, I'm sending the challenge right now. All right, good luck. Play e4 again. Plays d6. I'm going to play f4. A little bit tricky, because a lot of times they like to play... Okay, he goes for G6. A lot of times they like to play knight f6, and I can hit him with e5 right away. G6. Okay, so let's just probably go ahead and get a big center, and then we'll see what we're going to do from there. I'm going to get my knights behind these pawns. A 1 minute bullet game. Okay, I guess that's fair. I'll put you on the list here. 1 minute bullet. I'll make an exception. I was going to do just rapid, but I'll make an exception for one bullet game. But I'm not going to do every game bullet. Okay, he plays e6. All right, so let's just get some pieces out. So far, black's position is pretty solid, so I'm just going to get my knights out. Okay, he looks like he's playing a hippo. So he's probably going to go like knight here, do something like this. Against the hippo, I think I'll go bishop c4. I have a plan in mind. I think I'm going to castle and then maybe try to push f5 as my plan. Black's probably watching, but that's okay. Of course, I don't have to push f5. I could just keep developing, and I think we're just fine. So, you know, I'm not like committed to this. It's just an option that maybe I'll play. All right, Tubby, I'm going to add you to the list, okay? Lex, I've got you on the list also. Okay, he does castle. So if I play this, takes, it would be a sacrifice at this point. I don't know if that's a sacrifice that I'm willing to do just yet. So I think I'm just going to keep developing. I want to have more pieces out for right now. I don't see a clear follow-up here, so I'll just keep developing. Uho 299. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. So far, I think black's position is pretty solid. I will actually play a4 here to kind of cramp their position a little bit. This is one problem when you play the hippo, is that you don't have a lot of space to work with. So, you know, black just has to deal with that, and let's see how they do that. I'm going to play queen e1. I've talked about this before, guys. When you want to attack on the king side, you can swing the queen over to h4. All right, Corey, let me add you to the list. Calm Ideas. Your handle is typical N, right? I don't think there's @ signs on the on chess.com, so I'm assuming it's just typical _N. So that's what I'm going to copy. Cagnus Marlson. Okay, I've got you on the list too. All right, so he goes for the queen trade. Now, of course, if I'm attacking, I don't really want to trade queens. So the first move I'm going to think about is knight to g5. The question is, how does he plan on stopping the checkmate? If he does h6, then I might have a problem because my queen is going to be pinned. So I think that's a smart move. Just thinking through something here that I might want to try. Yeah, I think so. This could be a bad decision, actually. Okay, maybe not. I was going to think about sacking a piece, but I think it's too early. I'm just going to drop the queen back. I just want to avoid the queen trade right now because when you're trying to attack, obviously you want to keep the queens on the board. That just makes black's life really easy if I were to, you know, trade the queens. Guys, if you're going to spam, I'm going to have to hide you from the chat. So I'm just giving a warning. If I see more spamming, okay? All right. Plays h6 anyway. Probably wants to keep my knight from coming out. I think what I'm going to do is go f5. And we're just trying to bust open everything. And we're also threatening here on h6. I think it's going to be difficult for black to defend all the different threats because you've got to worry about the light squares. You also have to worry about h6. You're also going to have to worry about the rook coming in. And it looks difficult for black to defend. So let's see what they're going to come up with here. You have to be a certain rating to play. No, Drew, just any rating is fine. I do have a list of about 8 people in front of you. So I'm just going to go one by one through these games. And it is a super chat, so don't spam in the chat, please. All right, Dan, I've got you on the list. JD, if you meant to put a username, I don't see one on there. Just letting you know. All right, JD, I see it. See it. All right, goes for queen e7, so he's trying to defend right here. Okay. He's leaving me this one if I want it. I think I'm going to take here first because it looks like I'm going to be able to come in with a check. And then we'll see about if I want to take this or not. I don't know if I actually care that much about the h-pawn at the moment. I like these light squares kind of falling apart. So let's see what Lamar has in store for me. All right, Italian sausage. I'm adding you to the list. Okay, so we're going to come in with a check here. Notice the queen is defending the bishop, and we do have a fork. So it looks like I don't even need to take the pawn here. I could probably just grab the knight on d7. Although, if the king goes to 8, maybe I will take, because that actually looks... Well, he blocks with the rook. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the material. And then after that, maybe I will grab the h6 pawn. We could also move the knight somewhere. Unleashing the rook. Yeah, that looks pretty good too. But the bishop's kind of, well, Yeah, this is actually a tough decision here, guys. Okay, I will take the pawn because it unleashes my queen here on the h-file. So, Kura, hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Eric, let me add you to the list. All right. Niranjan, if I pronounce that correctly, I'm adding you as well. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Thanks for the orange. I appreciate it. Okay. I think we jump in with knight to g5 here. It just looks like too many pieces are just pouring in. I don't know how black's going to be able to defend against all this. We even maybe have knight d5 if we need it next. We've got queen e6. We've got potentially queen h7. We might sack a rook here. We could push the pawns. I mean, we have a lot of options. So let's see where the queen goes, and then we will decide on the best course of action. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm just going to hide someone from the channel. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Let me think about this. I don't really care about this. I just tuck my king in the corner. That's not a big deal. Probably we can just trade. Move the king. Brian, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Gifted 10 memberships. All right. Oh, okay. So we do have a fork here. I see that. Yeah, that's probably good enough. I think I'll just go with the fork here. And that should do it. Synth Geek, hey, welcome to Stelmaters. I'm going to see if I can get Steven on here. This was kind of a last minute thing. I didn't really plan this out ahead of time, so that's my fault. Okay, so we can jump in here because the pin. We could sack the rook. I think I like this one. Let's just go in here because of the pin. The queen's now on a very aggressive square. Alexandra, yep, just decided to play a few games here. Hey, welcome from Brazil. Let me add you to the list. There's about 10 people or so, roughly. Danza, hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so he moves back, but now the knight is free to be captured, and it looks like we're going to have a checkmate here pretty soon. Wow, Jason, hey, thank you. Appreciate the pink. Awesome. Let me add you. All right, Jason, I've got you on the list. Thanks a lot. Better let Jason win. No, nobody wants to be nobody wants me to let them win. They want to beat me fair and square, right? All right, this should be, let's see, if he goes in the corner, it's checkmate. If he goes here, this should do it. Knight's going to block, and then we take it, and we've got everything covered, okay? So I think black put up a nice fight. I'm very good at attacking on the king side, so you know it's going to be tough for them to stop everything. So well played, Lamar. Good game, and I have quite a list to get through, so I'm not going to keep analyzing each game. I'll just mention something during the game if I see it, okay? All right. Who's next on my list? All right, I'm going to challenge you. Just give me a second. All right, challenging 10-minute unrated random. YSC. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce your name. There we go. Good luck. I don't know how I'm getting white every single game. I'm setting it to random, but okay, this person's 1500. I'm going to go with my special gambit, and if they've watched my streams, they probably know what's coming. But let's see. Let's see if they've studied. Maybe they've studied some special line here. Yeah, Robin, you just super chat your chess.com username. I do have a list of quite a few people that I'm trying to get through, so it might be a little bit. But yes, that's what you need to do. Okay, so far. Okay, so they did fall for my trap here, guys. They fell for my trap. I'm going to play 95, and it looks like, you know, what am I doing to my queen? But I'm actually setting up a very sneaky checkmate here. Okay, so they do see the checkmate. They go back, but this is a pretty good position for me now because they've got the doubled pawns here. Okay. Now, what does Stockfish recommend in this position? I always forget. I feel like, is bishop g5 a move, maybe? I know it's a good position for me. Let's bring out the bishop. Bring out the bishop and see what black's going to do about that. Brilliant mate. Yes. Almost had it, but they stopped it. Almost had it. And you know what I'm going to do, guys? Since the, well, I'm debating something. Hold on. I was going to say I was going to move the orange and pink super chatters to the front of the list, but I don't want somebody to get, you know, where they never get to play, even if they've been here waiting the whole time. So maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you guys are the orange pink super chats, I'm sorry, I don't think I'll do that. Okay, 19. Yeah, this is a good move, I think. What I'm going to do is go queen e2. This gives me options to castle either way. And if I want to take back, I can actually take back either way as well. So it gives me a lot of options. It's a very flexible move. Okay, queen b6. All right. Let me just go ahead and castle. Notice it defends both of those at the same time. And it's something I wanted to do anyway, right? So I think that's a good move. And black castles, which looks like it allows me this fork. Yep, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the material here. Can't really argue with the nice exchange. So knight f7 looks pretty good. How to remember the board squares? Yeah, you just have to practice. I just took a while. Like when I was a kid, I just practiced it, and eventually you start to pick up like, okay, kings are always on the e file, queens are always on the d file. And then you learn all the common moves, so you know that like the white knight is knight f3, knight c3, the black one knights are f6 and f6, Same thing with the bishops. The bishops take a little while because you have to learn all the different squares, but you just kind of start picking up on it. Plays g6. I'm actually going to take... Well, I was going to say I was going to take this rook because it's more active. But if I take this one, I might actually be able to get my knight out and not even lose my knight, which means I would get a free rook, which is even better. So I will take this one with the idea that I'm just going to go back. Yeah. And they didn't even get my knight. So I'm pretty happy about that. Okay. Let's just go back here. Now that I'm up the rook, I'm very happy to trade. Trading pieces gets me closer to the end game, which is exactly what I want to do. What's the difference in color on the super chats? The higher that you give, it changes the color. So like pink is the highest that we've had. There was orange earlier. So yeah, at this point, I'm just looking to just simplify everything, trade everything off, and that extra rook that I have is going to be massive at the end of the game. Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, too, like sometimes people get a little bit nervous when they're playing, you know, in front of like hundreds of people. So it's a totally different experience if you know, if you're not used to playing where a lot of people are watching. So yeah, let's cut him some slack. Okay, he takes my knight. Let's see. I could take back. I could also take here first, just to force another trade. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take here first. But I didn't want to give him the opportunity to move that knight away and prolong the game. So let's go ahead and force a trade. Then we can take this back. Gotta watch out for these tricky things, but it's covered, so we don't have to worry. The auto resign all 3 times it happened was after 40 seconds. Yeah, yeah, I did email chess.com. I don't think I've gotten a response yet, so I'll wait and see. Okay, I'm going to just play rook f1. Again, same strategy. Let's just trade all the pieces. I've got the extra rook. It's going to be easy. All right, let me get these usernames copied, guys. I'm adding you to the list, okay? All right, like I said, I'm happy to trade, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's invade with the rook. Rooks on the 7th are usually pretty good. Of course, you have to watch out for check and like the queen coming down, but we've got it covered. So I'm not concerned. Boat Rider 23 is next. After this game, by the way, just giving you a heads up. Is there a limit to the number of people that you'll play? Yeah, when I get tired enough, I'll just stop. So if you're worried about losing your super chat, just maybe just wait a little bit to like catch up on some of the games because I have a big list of people right now. Okay, I don't really want to move my rook off the 7th. So what I'm going to do is look for ways to keep it there. And I think, let's see. Queen f3 or queen f2 is what I'm thinking. Let's go queen f3, maybe? Not sure which one's better because they do different things. I think I'm going to try to go for knight b5 here. And you can't take me because the queen comes in. So let's just do that. Do it that way. Trading is good for me because I'm up material. What should black's focus be? Well, being down material. Yeah, good question. Not trading. So you look for opportunities to keep pieces on the board. And also usually you have to attack some weird, like just to go crazy with some attack and hope that it works out, or hope that your opponent makes a mistake. So the most complicated that you can make the position is going to give you the best chances. Now, that's because he's down a rook. Like a rook is a big deal. If you're only down a couple pawns, you can probably just play normal. You don't have to do anything crazy if it's just a couple pawns. A rook is very serious, so you have to take drastic measures if it's a rook. Yeah, Connor, that's a good point. I might have to might have to switch to 5-minute games. I was trying to keep it rapid, but I didn't realize we were going to get so many people so fast. So we might switch to 5-minute games, actually. Okay. Now we go check, and the queen's coming in, and it's going to be mate. Looks like it's mate in 2. So here. 1, 2. That would just be mate in 1. Okay, good game. They do resign. The big mistake was obviously the trap early and then the fork on f7. Just got to pay attention to those forks. That's a big deal, and that's what cost them the game here. Okay. All right. Boat Rider, get ready. Your challenge is coming. And yeah, I have enough on the list. 5 minutes is faster. I know I said rapid. I'm debating if I should switch to 5 minutes here or not. Okay, yeah, let's switch to 5 minutes. We have a lot of people to get through. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to play. So I'm sorry, guys. I told you rapid. I know 5 minutes is faster, but it is taking a while. 10 is fine. Keep it. Okay, hold on. Let's do a poll. What do you guys want to see? Let's do a poll. Whatever you want to see more, we'll do that. So 5 or 10 minutes. You guys decide. I'll let you decide. Just do the poll. You don't need to type it in the chat. Just do the poll. Wow, it's pretty close. All right, 5 minutes is winning, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize we were going to get so many. So, all right, 5 minute. Okay. Boat Rider 23. All right, good luck. I got white again. What is this randomness? White every game. All right, let's attack the pawn. And I'll potentially play a Halloween Gambit. If they let me. We'll see. I will let the people who orange and pink super chats, you can choose, okay? So like Jason can choose if he wants 5 or 10, and then Naranjan can choose as well. Okay. Okay, plays bishop c5. I'm pretty sure this is a mistake, and I think it's because I can take here. I believe this is the right situation. So the idea is after they take you back, you're going to fork them, and you actually just end up in a nice position at the end of everything. Naranjan would like to play 10 minutes. All right, you got it. I'm going to put 10 on yours. And then Jason, just let me know if you want 10 or 5. Okay, he looks like he's forking me, but he's not, because I'm going to save my knight and block at the same time. So that's a tactic that sometimes people can mess up. Okay, so I want to play d4. I'm just concerned about the knight, but I'm going to go back, and we're actually totally fine. So we'll play d4. And yes, it looks a little bit scary, but really it's not scary. Because notice the bishop that would normally be able to attack on these dark squares has already been sacrificed, right? So it's not nearly as dangerous as you might think. And I still have my dark squared bishop, so I'm going to be able to defend everything. All right, Jason. Yep, let's do 10. Okay, so we tuck the king away. And like I already said, the dark squares are going to be fine. Now, as long as I don't do something stupid and move my knight, right, and allow this, then I'm going to be good. So I think I will just attack the queen here. Develop, gain a tempo on the queen at the same time. Yeah, you got it, Jason. We'll do 10. Yeah, it actually looks like a lot of people are saying that they would prefer 10. The people who super chatted. So maybe I will just go back to 10 and I'll just play quickly. I'll just play fast. So we'll keep it moving that way. I don't want you guys to have to play a time control that you're not comfortable with. So I'm setting up the discovered attack here so that when I move this pawn, it's going to unleash my bishop on the queen. I'm also thinking about playing h3 just to make the knight move, but maybe I'll wait on that. I don't know, depending on how black responds here. How do I expect them to cook rice in only 5 minutes? It's a good question. I'm hoping that nobody's having rice tonight. Yeah, so if you're just coming now, there's a bunch of people in line, actually. There's, we have 1, 2, 3. There's 15 people in line right now. Now, the next game is 1 minute. They've requested 1 minute game. So the next one will be fast, okay? But other than that, then we're going back to 10 minutes. All right. So this one's about to be over. Black's running out of time here, and their position is not awesome. I'm going to on-passant it and hit the queen. And we do have the e-file we could use as well. So maybe we'll do the queen on e2 or something. Okay, we could take it. Or I can go here and pin it. Might be a little bit more powerful. So we'll try that one. All right, Boat Rider 23, good game. You didn't play too bad. You didn't play too bad. It's tough in 5 minutes, so I apologize for that. I know it said 10 minutes, so I'm sorry that I did that faster, but good game. Okay. Next game is going to be a bullet game. Okay, guys, so that's what they requested. That's why we're doing this. So I am going to challenge this person right now. 1 second. What is their bullet rating? I'm just curious. 1100. Okay. All right. Challenge. Oh, I don't know if they're online. Uh-oh. They might have had to leave. Well, let's see. I'm just going to give it a little while, see if they accept. Look like they weren't online just now. Oh, they are. Cool. All right, good luck. Here we go, guys. It's a bullet game. So I'm going to be pre-moving some things. Pre-moving is... Where's my knight going to go, actually? Well, I guess we have to go back. Pre-moving is okay in bullet. Actually, it's kind of necessary in a lot of cases. Man, I haven't played bullet in so long. Wow. Let's take the pawn. And the fact that we lost a piece, like, it literally means nothing to the outcome of the game because it's just bullet. So I'm going to try to take advantage of these dark squares here. Let's make that go away. So we're lining up this way. Let's attack it again. We've got b5 coming now. b5 traps the bishop. Oh, that's... I have to take the queen. Oh, that's a good move, actually. That was a good move. Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay. So we have a pretty even endgame here, actually. Let's line up and go for the pushing Andy. Let's get Andy rolling here. Okay, we can take that. And we'll just attack the pawn. Take the pawn. Now we got the bishop coming in. And it's going to be a checkmate here, I think. Let's move the rook back so it doesn't get captured. There we go. All right, good game. Good game to my opponent. They put up a good fight, and actually they were winning out of the opening. So well played. All right, Marcus, let me add you onto the list here, okay? Random block. Got it. All right, you're on the list, my friend. Okay. Good game to my opponent. And A7 Kennedy is next in the list, all right? A7 Kennedy, I am going to be challenging you. Just wait for it. Challenge. 10 minutes. Not rated random. Oh, you're not accepting challenges. A7 Kennedy, you have to go to your settings, then go to live chess, and then allow challenges from everybody. Okay? So I'm going to move you down the list, but I will come back around to you. Okay? So I put you at the bottom of the list, fix your settings, and then I'll try it again. Okay? Sorry about that. All right, Lex Too Cool is next. Make sure you have your settings set, guys, because if that happens, you're going to the bottom of the list, okay? Lex Too Cool is about to get a challenge from me. 10 minutes, unrated, random. Let's go. Is there a way I can put the list on the screen so we know who's coming up? Oh, that's a good idea. Yes. Oh, we finally got black. Okay. Let's play a Scandinavian. Lex Too Cool. Good luck, my friend. Yeah, let me think about the list. Where would I put that? I could probably try to squeeze it right there. It might be really tiny, but I guess that could work. Plays bishop e2. That's a good move. That's a good move. I'm going to take this and bring out the queen. VFX. Yes, your super chat went through, but it doesn't say anything. So I don't know if that was intentional or what happened there. All right, guys, let me see if I can get the list for you here. I just threw this together in a notepad document, so it doesn't like look super nice, but let me see if I turn this on, what's going to happen. There we go. Okay, this will work. I'll use my stats thing that's already built in. That makes it easy for me. Okay, there you go. It's like I said, it's super tiny, so I apologize for that, but that's what we have. If you can even read that. Can you read that? Somebody tell me if you can read that. VFX. Yeah, I got it. I see it. I see it. All right, I got you on there. Some people say yes, some people say no. So this is just, I just wanted to check your vision. This is a little vision test. So if you can't see this, you might want to go to your eye doctor. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. Let me see. Where's the font size? 1 second. Oh, I didn't highlight it. Hold on. Let me highlight these guys. Okay, that's what we have. Is that a little bit better? There. Bam. Revision just improved instantly. How do you like that? Let's castle. I think we can get away with this because we have a pin, and I don't believe white's going to be able to take our knight. Okay, I think I want to just drop it back, but I'm also considering going here, but then... Yeah, let me just go back. This is usually where you put the queen here, so I'll just keep it normal. Drew has me on a 75-inch TV. Yeah, there you go. That's the solution. That's the solution. All right. I think we have a fork here, guys. I just want to verify this one. Yeah, let's jump in. Looks to me like I can do this. So white's got to figure out where the queen's going to go. I think personally, maybe they should have just developed. I think they had a pretty nice position. Didn't really need to move that immediately. I guess they wanted to get away from the pin. So maybe that makes sense. They wanted to attack the knight. But you got to be really careful where you move to when the knights can jump in and hit your queen like that. Oh, Tubby, were you A7 Kennedy? I'm sorry. I know. That was probably a bit much. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure you had plenty of time to fix it. So that's what I was thinking. Okay. We almost have a nice fork, but he's got it covered with his knights. So we can't do it. I can take this though. I gotta make sure I don't get checkmated. So like knight b5, but we have knight to d5, which defends. I think we're okay. Let me go ahead and take the pawn. This might be actually a little bit risky, but we're going to do it anyway. And now maybe we take here. Let me think about this. Let me take that. I think this is fine. Yeah, so guys, so that doesn't happen to you what happened to Tubby. Make sure you go to your settings gear at bottom left, click it, then go to the section that says live chess, click it, then scroll down and it's going to say something like allow challenges from, and you make sure it's set to everybody. Because if it's set to nobody or friends only, and we're not friends, it's not going to let me challenge you. Okay, so I think I don't have to take it. I could just play e6. Yeah, I'm just going to play e6 because this is a move I want to play anyway. It gets my bishop out. And if he takes me, now I get to open up my rook. So rather than letting him jump his knight in, not that it was a big deal, but this way I get, more activity for my pieces. Larly, click it or ticket. All right, you know what, Tubby? Here's what I'll do. I'll move you up like after this guy. How about that? I moved you up a couple spots since you said that. There you go. I feel like that's a fair compromise. Okay, let me takes. I don't know. Let's just bring out the bishop. I think we just develop here. Because I'm up, let's see, 3, 5, 3, 6, 7. I'm up 2 pawns, is that right? So that's a decent enough advantage that I think trading makes sense. We go into the endgame, we've got the 2 extra pawns here, which should win us the game. Yeah, if you're just joining now, this is the list of everybody who is waiting to play. So just so you know what you're getting yourself into. Okay, bishop d. So the rook's coming out. I don't want my knight to get stuck back here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get the knight out of there. It's not really doing much there. I think we can find a better home for it. Maybe on e6, defending here. Like so, bishop c3, knight e6 looks really good. Kind of just defends everything. It's defended itself. Those are usually really good squares, right? When you can put a piece where it's defended, where it's defending some key things, where it's relatively centralized. So like think inside this area of the board, that's usually going to be a good sign. Okay, they forgot about the pawn here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Pawns are very valuable at the end of the game. So you want to be very careful before you make your move. Are you losing any pawns, right? Okay. We want to trade, and you also see a tactic. Look at this. We have the skewer, and you can't save your rook. And so we're going to go with that. All right, guy. Guys getting added to the list. And let me know, since it's a yellow, let me know if you want 10 minutes or 5 minutes or something less. You can choose. So just say in the chat what time control you want. Maximum of 10:0, but you could say less if you want. Guy wants 10. Okay, got it. Yeah, most of these are going to be 10. If you want less and your name is on this list, go ahead and tell me, and I'll do that, okay? Alrighty, so what we're going to do now is go check. And I think I'll just come over here, attack the pawn. And I'm going to play d4. My knight's defending the pawn, so the bishop is going to have to leave, which means we can come crashing through here with rook takes b2. JD wants 5. You're going to have to remind me, JD, what your handle was. Okay. All right, Lex, 2 cool, 2 good game. Watch out for those tactics. I think moving your king over was not the best move because you let my rook come in. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. But good game. Overall, you didn't play bad. Slippery. This, you want 5? Okay. Anyone else that wants 5, let me know. Okay. Corey's next. Here we go. Sending you the challenge. Let's go. Challenging Corey. Corey's playing a game. Oh, he just ended it. All right. All right. 10 minutes. Unrated. Random. Good luck to Corey. Christian says, next time you're black against e4, could you play the perk? And if white follows with d4, knight c3, could you play the check perk? I don't know that I really know those lines, to be honest with you. Plays d3. Let me put a pawn in the center. Andy. Christian, I will try to play the perk. So you want d6, knight f6. Check perk. Yeah, I don't really know the check perk lines. Is that... You'll have to remind me. I can try to play it. But I can't promise you that I'm going to have a bunch of valuable insights. Andy, let me get you added to the list here. 10-minute game. All right, you got it. Okay. I'm going to just develop. Leave the tension for right now. Let's go ahead and just develop the bishop here. Corey's going for the... I forget the name of this. I want to say it's called like the Black Lion or something. Usually black plays it, but it's a pretty solid setup. But he's not creating any weaknesses here, so might be a tough game to crack. I'm going to go ahead and just trade this bishop off. Usually I don't do that, but I want to open up the position a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I got Andy added. Quentin, hey, good game. Your username is a word play in French. Means chess or failures, depending on the context. In your case, it usually means both at the same time. Wow, I didn't know that. That's cool. Let's take this, and then I'm going to try to get the bishop on this diagonal here, I think. Oh, he takes with the knight. I'll just play bishop e7, maybe just recapture with the bishop, something like this. By the way, Andy, thank you for the orange super chat. I appreciate that. Okay, now I'll take here. We'll see how white's going to respond to this. He does capture. Do I have any in-between moves? No, I don't believe so. So I think we do have to take the bishop back. He's going to take. I don't know which way yet. Let's see. So where do I want my king? Bishop's going to be coming out. This is an interesting question, actually. I like the rook going on the d-file straight away. But after bishop b5, then what am I doing? No, I think this is good. Let's go. I think I have queen c5. So queen c5 takes. If he takes here, he's losing on e4. So this should be okay. We want to get the rook involved right away. This is a pretty equal position, though, I think. White's done great so far out of the opening. So let's see how they handle the middle game now. The main line is e4, d6, d4, knight f6, knight c3, c6, looking for queen a5. Okay. Yeah, I'll maybe try that. So usually you don't want to just play random moves like this that are just the only purpose is to defend a pawn. Like that's usually a weak move, okay? So how do you make a weak move a little bit better? Well, what I'm going to do, I think, is play rook d7. So I'm still defending my pawn, but I'm doing it in a way that's also doing something else for me. I want to get this rook to come over, create the battery, and then try to control the d file, right? Rather than just like, okay, that's literally the only thing that I got out of that was defending the pawn. At least now I can do this. And I think this is a better version for me, right? Okay, so we've played Lex already. I'm playing Corey, so this is the list here, guys. Who's coming next? All right. Can't you just leave the pawn and if he takes, pin it? If he takes with the bishop, yes, but if he takes with the queen, no, I wouldn't really be able to pin it. Okay, he's pinning my rook. Also attacking here. I don't want to play f6 because bishop e6. So I think we have to maybe play g6 here. I feel like this knight needs to be doing something else. I just don't know what exactly. I'm gonna be careful. He probably wants to come over and do this. So maybe I go king b8. Maybe I go h5. Let's go h5. I like h5. Get the queen away. There's no more pin. He comes with a tempo. He goes back. Okay. And now maybe I'll go queen d6. And the reason I'm going queen d6 is to stop rook d1. Okay, so I have the file right now. Okay, see that? I have the file. Yeah, he wants it. But now I can probably invade. Now it's going to be interesting. Takes. I don't know if I want to give up all three of those pawns, actually. Maybe I give up. Let's think about this. Maybe I just give up one. Or I find a different move. I really want to play queen d2. The rook on the 7th is going to be really good. But then I'm losing the pawn there. All right, let's do it. I think we'll see if this turns out. What I'm going to try to do is sacrifice a pawn for activity, which a lot of times at the end of the game can be a good thing. Your girlfriend started playing because she watched my wife play? Oh, really? Very cool. Now you play together. Nice. Awesome, Randy. Thanks for sharing that. Sea Butter. All right, let me add you to the list here. Yeah, I'm just going to assume everybody is 10 unless you tell me otherwise, okay? Yeah, Corey's playing good so far. Let's see. Or playing well. I guess it's playing well, my wife would say. Stream's gonna last a long time. Yeah, I thought I was sitting down for a short stream, but we'll see. Queen f3. Okay, he's now attacking this again. Let me just try to trade the queens. I really don't want to let the bishop come in and just start eating everything. I don't love the double pawns, but I do like the e5 square for my knight, so. Oh, now he goes back to e2. Interesting. I think I want to invade, but I'm not sure where his queen is going. I wonder if we could try to get rid of this annoying bishop. Let's give it a try. Don't generally like to put the knight on the rim, but this bishop seems really powerful. I'm trying to make it go somewhere less effective. And here we have maybe, actually, I don't even know if I have c6 because my knight might be getting trapped. Yeah, white's playing pretty well. They're playing pretty well, actually. g3, okay. Let's go back again, trying to get the rook on the second. And also we still have the threat. So now white has a couple of things to worry about. So they do make the trade now. Ah, we can't play knight e7 anymore. Ooh, that was... Yeah, that was very well played by our opponent here. So takes. They're getting all those pawns. I don't love that. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do much about it. I can play g5, try to keep one pawn on the board at least, and see if we can slow down the side of the board a little bit. Okay, gotta watch out for checkmate. So let's fix that by pushing our pawn. There was a checkmate threat. Okay, so we're dealing with that. Okay, let's go ahead and take that. I think we need this knight in the game, so let's bring it over right away. I think this knight's going to be needed here. Got to watch out for Harry. Harry's a very fast runner sometimes. Sometimes Harry can just sprint, if you know what I mean. Okay, I have to go here, only move. And watch him. Watch him, guys. Harry's going. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, our opponent's playing super well. Wow. I don't even know what I can do here, to be honest, guys. I'm going to attempt to stop it, but I don't think I can, actually. I think white's going to win this game. I think the 1500 is a provisional rating, so this person might actually be quite strong. I can't even take that. There's a fork. Wow. He's cutting off my knight from... Yeah, this guy is quite good. I can't do anything. Look at this guy. My rook is stuck. Yeah, everything is stuck. Wow. I don't know. I didn't... let me see. What is Corey's rating? Is this... Maybe he's just a really good player who doesn't normally play Rapid? Let's see. Corey, what are you... Oh, he's a 1,000 rated Blitz player? Well, he's having a game of his life, I guess. Let me go here. Yeah. Let's try to get the rook back somehow. I think this is a lost position, but we'll try. Good move. I can't do anything, guys. He's going to attack my knight, and it's going to be all over. Well, gotta sack it. Let's go attack the pawn here. Let's see if we can push Andy. See if Andy's as fast as Harry was. He is getting low on time, so maybe we have a chance. Maybe Andy's gonna win it for us. Yeah, I think he messed up a little bit there. King and pawn ending. I think I want to keep the rooks on the board right now. Interesting position, though, guys. Look at this. 2 against 2. Very interesting position here. Do I push, check? No, I lose my rook if I do that. So I guess we have to go stop this pawn. I think we have a better position because I think my king is a bit more dangerous to the pawns than his is to mine. You notice that? Yeah, we're going to win a pawn here. Well, good game, Corey. You had me. I don't know what happened there. I do want to see the accuracy. I'm just curious. 78-70. Yeah, it was definitely going in his favor and then fell apart at the end. So tough game, though. Really well played by Corey. All right. Who's next on my list here? Typical N, you're next up. I'm going to send you a challenge right now. Typical N. Get ready. Challenge. Unrated, random, 10 minutes. Here we go. Typical N. Good luck, my friend. Let's go with E4. Let's go with the knight. How about bishop C4? We'll play an Italian game. Oh, F5. Ooh, is this the... Ooh, what is this? The Rousseau Gambit or something? I'm pretty sure we're supposed to play D4 against this. There's just like a rule. Like if somebody plays F5, you kind of always know in the back of your mind that D4 is a pretty good move. A lot of times it's the best move. Not always, but it's usually definitely a solid choice. Blunder Ghost, what's up? Could have used you earlier. Definitely could have used you. I mean, I'm still glad you're here now, but we had some shenanigans going on earlier. People were not following the instructions. You know what I mean? All right. So Gambit, huh? I'm going to take this. I'm not sure. I don't know these lines from white side or black side for that matter. Okay. Let me go here. Hope I'm not falling into a trap. Okay, queen f6. Ah. Do I have... Whoa, wait a second. What is this all about? Queen f6. So he's defending this. He's also kind of dealing with my threat over here. That's maybe a pretty good move. Yeah, I don't know these lines. Okay, what do I do here? Maybe just castle? Is castling safe? Is that a safe move? Usually it's a safe move. Let's castle. Sunset Tequila gifted 50 memberships. Whoa. Wow. Thank you for that, man. I'm going to play knight c3 just to get some pressure on d5. Hey, everybody's going to be a member now. That's like that's like almost 5% of the chat. He goes knight f5. Okay. So he leaves the pawn undefended. So I'm going to take this moment and jump on it with knight takes d5. I think black had a pretty solid position. If he would have left the knight there for like another move, maybe develops the bishop and castled, I think black was in a great position actually. This was probably the critical mistake. Yep. I think there's a setting, guys, where you have to turn on or like allow memberships to be gifted to you. So make sure you have that enabled. I don't know off the top of my head where that setting is located. Maybe somebody in chat can say that, but that's what I've heard. All right. We played Corey. Typical N is playing right now, which means Cagnus is next. This is the list, guys. That was Rob. That was Rob. Rob, thank you. You didn't realize you were on your other account. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. You were missed this stream, big time. I can't tell you how many times people were like, where's Rob? We need Rob. All right, let me go add last chance to the list here. Okay. Queen h4. Let's make sure I'm not getting checkmated on h2. So we're going to watch the bishop. That's the first thing. But what I really would like to do is start thinking about these forks. Let's start with this one. We'll start with this fork. King d8, we have a nice tactic. All right, guys, pause the video. If you're, well, I guess you can pause live. Yeah, pause the video. Look for the tactic, okay? All right, hopefully you found it. I don't know how good this tactic is, but it's a cool one, so I'm going to play it anyway. We go with the fork. So black is obligated to take us, and now we have the royal fork, and we get the queen. Now, I say I don't know how good it is because we do lose 2 pieces in the process, which, okay, 2 pieces for a queen is still good for the queen, but it's not like an amazing tactic. But it was cool, so I did it anyway. Okay, now we just need to see what's going to happen next. Let's take the free pawn. I'm going to play c3. I want to chase this knight away for... Oh, my bishop is hanging. If typical N is watching this, he's going to just see it. I did. That was sitting there for like a couple of moves. Yeah. Nope. Didn't even see it. Didn't even cross my mind. I had a feeling that I should have traded it, but I didn't do it. Yeah. He sees it. Nice. Well played. Well, doesn't really change my strategy, although all of a sudden we go from winning to like, yeah, I don't even know if we're better anymore, honestly, because he has 3 pieces. He actually has 3 pieces for my queen, which is good. 3 pieces is good. Now his king is not totally safe. I do have 2 extra pawns, so maybe it's better for me. Wait, somebody is knocking on our door. 1 second, guys. All right, we have a no soliciting sign on our door, and everybody ignores it. They just ignore it. It's like I've actually had people tell me like, "Oh, I'm not soliciting. I'm just here to tell you about something that I want you to buy from me." I'm like, "Okay, not soliciting. All right." Yeah, we have. This is black has a good position, I think. If we don't get to some counterplay on the king, like the only issue for black is that it can be tricky to play with all the pieces against the queen, because if you're not careful, they can magically just disappear somehow. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It looks to me like this knight is now going to disappear, and that's a killer. That's a killer for black. Yeah, they were playing great though. I mean, typical end, fantastic game. Be proud of that one. All right, El Dorado, let me get you added to the list. Okay, who's next? Agnes Marlson. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to challenge you right now. Unrated, random. All right, good luck. I'm going to play a King's Gambit. I haven't played a King's Gambit in a while, but we'll play that one. Plays the Falkbeer counter Gambit. Yeah, that's one of the better responses. I'll take it. Yeah, this is a good line. I don't actually remember what I'm supposed to do here. Let's just develop. Usually knight f3, you can't really go wrong with knight f3 when you play the King's Gambit. So this is a good line though. He's playing like an opening line. Yeah, e4. I'm going to jump my knight in now. Let's just play d4 to solidify the knight in the center here. Dustin, is there a underscore in your username on chess.com or something? Or no spaces, or what is it? I don't think they let you have names with spaces, so that's why I'm just clarifying what your chess.com username is. Okay. Let's play c4 and see if we can undermine this pawn. D-Money 911. All right, I got it. I got you. For those joining late, this is the list of people who have super chatted to play. We're on Cagnes right now and working our way down here. Carlos, no worries. No worries at all. I got you added to the list. I might have to start thinking about how I'm going to end the stream. Gotta plan ahead a little bit here. Okay. I'm going to take this guy because if this happens, I think I have a good move. Bishop c4. And there is queen a5 check, but I do have bishop d2, which again creates an attack on the queen. So I think black might be in trouble now. He might be in trouble. So we take, let's see. Yeah, there's a tactic here, guys. There's a tactic here, okay? What you do is you take with the bishop, you force the king to a dark square because the knight's controlling. And once it's on the dark square, you've got the check, and the queen is going to be up for grabs. Yeah, that's a tricky one. That's a very tricky tactic. Am I playing everybody? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I am playing everybody. All right, so there we go. We take that, and now the queen is free. Okay. Let's bring out the pieces. We'll play knight c3. King's Gambit's very tricky opening. There's all kinds of tactics usually, so you got to be extremely careful. Hey, Mary, how's it going? I'm doing well, thanks. Let's go ahead and take the pawn. The queen is doing a good job of kind of controlling these dark squares from the bishop. So I'm happy with that. We'll take this one back. Rook e8's an interesting move. We have to be careful, but I think I would just maybe castle or something. Get the king out of there. Bishop c5, okay. So rook e8, I think I would actually sack my queen to simplify the game. So for example, rook e8 takes, bishop moves, takes, and we're going to end up with a position where I have 2 rooks and a bishop, and my opponent has 1 rook and a bishop, and that's going to be winning for me. So even though I lose a little bit of material in the process, like a queen for a rook and a bishop, it's not that much, and it simplifies the game. So that's how to deal with the pin here. And guys, if you're okay with a 5-minute game instead of a 10-minute game and your name is on this list of upcoming players, please let me know so we can play a 5-minute game, okay? And I'm not trying to force anybody. Like, if you don't want to play 5, that's totally fine. I'm just saying if it's an option for you, you know, maybe let me know. BFX says 5. Okay. Thanks for saying that. All right, so yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. We've got the extra rook, and so the game should be relatively straightforward. I'm going to keep the rook from coming in here. And just probably look for ways to invade with our rooks. Maybe I should have played b4, actually, to defend the bishop. I was thinking I wanted to take away the squares from this guy, but b4 looks actually pretty good, just supporting it. All right, Cagnus resigns. Good game. Well played. King's Gambit, super tricky. They did play the opening pretty well, actually. Ginger, you are next. Let me challenge you now. Okay, challenging. And if you're saying 5 minutes, make sure you let me know what your chess.com username is. Otherwise, I won't get it. All right, 10 minutes. Calm ideas. Hey, yeah, maybe we'll do this again. Good luck, Ginger. Maybe we'll do this again. It seems like people are enjoying it, so we might try this again. Okay, I'm going to defend. And actually, I probably should have played e5 there, but let's go pin the knight. Jagger is Kennedy? I thought someone else was Kennedy. I thought Tubby was Kennedy. Who's Kennedy? Now I'm... Who is A7 Kennedy? So Ginger, you want to make sure you're paying attention to those pieces. So if somebody pins it, you want to be thinking, how do you get rid of that pin as fast as possible? Because if it's stuck pinned, then it's easy for me to attack it with my pawn and take it, right? And that's usually not going to be a good situation. So try to look for those opportunities. Maybe you attack the bishop. Maybe you move your queen. Sometimes you can block with the bishop, but don't leave it stuck in a pin. Otherwise, it's not going to end well, okay? I'm going to play knight f3 next. He's just messing around? Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. I think I have an opportunity here to launch an attack, so I'm going to jump in with knight to d5 and just immediately put the pressure on black's position here, okay? I'm going to take this. I'm gaining control over the f6 square. I'm also setting a little trap. Okay, they fell for my trap. So this square was guarded by the knight, but now I can play here, and I'm forking these guys. So that was a sneaky one. And it's always good to check your king and your queen for these knight forks, especially when there's a knight like in the center of the board. This is very dangerous. Okay, so we will take the queen. And this knight is now actually hanging, so we can take that too, and probably queen d4. Maybe queen h5, something like this. Yeah, guys, maybe I should actually end the list here, because that's actually a pretty good move, I think. Let's see. Maybe I can go queen e2, which is... Normally, you don't want to be pinning yourself like this. But in this case, the rook is undefended, so I'm actually threatening it in a way, with my sneaky knight. So yeah, so guys, I'm gonna actually say no more people are gonna go on the list. Okay, if you want to super chat, that's fine, but I'm not gonna add anybody else's name on the list because I want to finish this out, and I already have all these people still. So yeah, I told my wife that this wouldn't be a super long stream, so I don't want to keep going and going and going and going. So yeah. Sorry about that if you didn't get a chance. Let's take this. It's a check, so the king has to move, and then the queen can come in and take the rook. Okay, there should be a checkmate. Let's see. Where is it? Check. Mate, is that it? The king has to go here. Check. Mate, I think. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about king f6, but good game, Ginger. Well played. Just watch out for those pieces early on. And a slippery wheeze. Almost says weasel, but it doesn't quite say it. Once a 5-minute game. Okay. 5-minute game it is. Let's go for a 5-minute game. All right. Good luck. D-Money needs off the list. Okay, I'm sorry, Dustin. I apologize that it's taking too long. D-Money 911 off the list. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to put the pressure on right away with the H-pawn. Get Harry going here. And this usually makes players uncomfortable when they're trying to just do their King's Indian setup and castle. And a lot of times I will sack the old rook on H5. So basically we're gonna, oh, they don't take it. Interesting. Okay, well then I am going to save my rook. I'll just go back somewhere. I'm not sure where. Let me go here. Christopher, for the next list. Yes, I can definitely do that, although I don't have a set time for when the next stream will be. So as long as you're okay with the fact that, you know, I might do this stream when you're not available, but it's usually going to be around the same time. So yes, I will add you. I'll start a separate list for people that want to be on it next time, if you're okay waiting until the next stream, which will be sometime next week probably. Let me just make some notes here. Okay. Let's go bishop h6. This is always a good idea to get rid of the bishop if you can, because once you get rid of the bishop, it's easier to attack the king. Okay, so that's what we're going for here. We've got the support. Oh yeah, D-Money 911. Good point. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. D-Money should go on the next stream, since he was waiting here. Cool. Thank you guys for helping me remember that stuff. Okay, bishop e6. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to play queen d2. And maybe I won't pre-move it. Yeah, I'll play queen d2 because I want to come in here on h6. Okay, let's go ahead and invade. And I think now we get the knight involved on g5. We're just going to jump in here. I don't see how black's going to stop that one. So we're going here, we're attacking the rook, but we're also setting up queen f7. There you go. And now we can come in with the queen over here on e6. And, ooh. Where's the checkmate? d5 or takes? Probably need to take. I think we need to open things up. d5 kind of closes it off too much. Yeah, guys, we might be doing this again because it seems like there's enough people that want to play. So we'll probably do it a few more times. Okay, queen a5. Let's check if it threatens anything. I don't see anything. Let me actually just take this pawn because that gives me a nice threat here on d6. You've been watching Chess Vibes for a few months and it's helped you get back into chess. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad. Awesome to hear. So this is the big threat, but this is also a big threat. Maybe I can castle and then have another piece here. Okay, queen takes c5 is not a bad move. I do take the knight though, but at least they stopped d6. Queen's under attack. Knight needs to be defended, which means what? Queen e7, rook's coming over. Not a bad move from my opponent there. Let me think about this for a moment. We could sack the knight. Maybe I have to sack the knight. Yeah, I'm going to just go here. Oh, there's... Ooh. Oh, whoa. I did not see that at all. Queen f2. I do have king d1, so it's not mate, but what a move. Yikes. Yikes. That came out of nowhere. Oh, man. I was focused on all this other stuff, and, oops. Slippery weasel. Oh, man. Watch out for the f2. Luckily for me, I don't think I'm getting mated, but they do have a rook. They have either rook, whatever rook they want. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think we can survive, but it's closer than I would want it to be. Let's just say that. Luckily, we've got it covered. There's no mate here. My goodness. Maybe play an odds game. The only problem with an odds game right now is it's going to make the games take a lot longer. And I'm trying to get through the list. So that might have to be a separate stream. That's a good idea, but I don't think I have time for that right now. Because odds games are going to be very even, so they're going to last like the full 20 minutes. And if every game lasts 20 minutes, I'm going to be here for a while. This should be a checkmate. Can I play the hippo at some time? Elon with the yellow chat. All right. Yeah, I can do hippo since you requested it. Well played, Slippery Weasel. Good game. That queen f2 check did scare me. I'm not going to lie. Oh, thanks for the ad. All right. The sausage is next. The sausage 17. Here we go. And challenge is incoming. Challenge unrated, random, 10 minutes. Here we go. Sausage. And the hippo. Okay, well, I'm not black. I can play a hippo with white. I can play a hippo with white since it's requested from Elon. So let's do it. I'm going to start with this. I always like to do that. I'm going to play the hippo, and then you can go like this. And just kind of be looking around, like what are their potential threats? Make sure there's no like major threats, and because you choose which move to play based on what threats they may or may not have. But right now, you know, black's not really threatening anything in particular. I think when you play the hippo, sometimes you actually don't castle, but I like castling, so I'm going to do it. But you can also leave your king, even go like king f8 or king f1, I think, in some cases. All right, let's go with b3 now. We're going to get the bishop over here. Black's coming down. Yep. Generally speaking, when this happens, I just leave it. Just leave it alone, and your king actually fills in the gaps there, okay? So we're going to let him take us. I think it's still a good plan for black to do this, but yeah, this is smart, actually. This is smart. So you want to go here, open up the H file, and then checkmate us, right? So we have to make sure we don't let that happen, okay? For example, takes checkmate. So I'm thinking of, let's see if we have time for rook e1, h4, knight f1, takes, and then we have the knight defending. Yeah, I think we can do that. So let me go rook e1. There's actually another way you can play this. On h4, I can play bishop h1. And that's, yeah, that maybe is an interesting position too. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I think I might just go knight f1, but I'm just letting you know we have options. Yeah, h4, knight f1, takes, check, king goes back. Knight comes in. Actually, if the knight comes in, I don't like that. Wow, yeah, this is actually very dangerous for us. So I'll play bishop h1. And the reason is this bishop is actually going to be in the way for black. Notice it blocks the rook. I think we're going to be okay this way. But yeah, black's doing a pretty good job actually putting the pressure on. So I have to give them props for that. Which way do I want to take back? Probably with the... Normally I would say with the f-pawn, but now we have this weakness here. Yeah, this is why hippo can be... Maybe this is why when you play the hippo, generally you don't castle, actually. I'm not a hippo expert. I just played it because the super chat. But now I'm starting to understand the idea, maybe. I'm going to actually take with the knight. And I want my queen to be involved. I also don't want to have such a weak e3 pawn. So this is a big mess. Let's see if we can untangle from this. Okay, so he pushes. We have to watch out for this. He maybe wants to take here. I think we could take. We do have this. I don't see a problem with taking, and actually I like that my knight might be able to jump forward, and then the queen is more involved in the game. Yeah, I think we go this way, but this is not out of the question. Now let's do this way. The reason is if black's queen ever ends up like in a battery with the queen and the rook, if your pawn is here, all you have to do is defend your pawn and you're good. If your pawn is over here, because I captured the other way, then you have to worry about checkmate here and checkmate here, or maybe not checkmate, but like it could be very dangerous. So I think that's generally why you leave the pawn on the H file. Oh, Christian, thanks for saying that. I did forget. I did totally forget. Hopefully we'll get black next game. Bishop G4. Okay, maybe now's the time for the bishop to come out of the corner. And if he takes, my queen jumps over. Queen's actually a very good defender. When you're trying to deal with stuff like this, your queen is a great defender. So I'm happy with this. Okay, we're just going to use the rook to defend. Yeah, now we're looking like we're in good shape now. But black had a nice little attack going there. So the sausage, very well played. Okay, so black tries to castle to keep the attack going, most likely. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take here. That way, I'm up a pawn. Well, 2 pawns, but they're probably going to take 1 back. Well, they can't, actually, because of this. So maybe they're going to jump in. I probably will trade that bishop. I don't have to. I guess I could play something like Queen F4. Queen F4 is interesting. Because the bishop's actually pretty powerful. It's controlling a lot of squares, so maybe I don't want to trade. I mean, the knights are not bad either, though. Let me go Queen F4 here. Ah, now he takes. That's smart. Yeah, that's smart. Okay. So, no. All right, maybe I will trade. I think we want to get rid of one of these knights. It's looking pretty dangerous with both knights. Alexandra, hey, thank you. Glad you've liked it. Yes, I will have to do this again. Okay, I think they made a mistake here. They forgot about the knight, and now we do have a free piece there. So that's a big mistake there. My rook is under attack, so let's save that guy. And just make sure we can defend everything. But it looks like we're holding on. Very nice attack, though, from our opponent. They put up a good fight. They did put up a good fight. We're going to jump in here. Defends this way, also attacks. Notice everything's defended, right? That's kind of important. And I don't know if I want to stay in this pin here. How do we finish off the game is the question here. Let me just go c3 for now, hit the queen. Still have to be a little careful, even though we're ahead. It's easy to blunder something in this position, so let's just be careful. Okay, rook is fine. I'm going to actually push it again. And notice, I'm getting like little moves, which you might not think is much, but I'm getting them for free, basically, because queen has to just keep moving, right? So now I have this nice pawn chain, and I just kind of keep trying to improve my position, all right? Let's go queen f4, see if black wants to trade queens here. They don't. I'm going to save my rook, which is under attack. This is defended, so we're okay there. So he's threatening to take. I could take first, play king g2, and that would be fine. Let's do that. And what I'm going to do is play h4. I'm just tired of this. So we're going to just shut it down. No thanks. And now we have a really solid position. We've got the knight ready to go. We're threatening this. And it's only a matter of time, basically. Okay. Knight's under attack. Let's make sure we don't lose that. Queen f5 forces the queen kind of away. Otherwise, I mean, you could trade, but that's going to be a losing endgame, right? So black really can't trade. And let's go to, let's think about this. d5, they could go back. I think that's fine. That's fine. Because if they go back, then I'm coming in with knight c5, and now I have some serious threats of my own, actually. Sometimes when you have a winning position, though, you have to just take it one step at a time and be very careful and just play, you know, kind of cautiously. And it takes time, right? I think we're getting close. Yeah. There's a threat of rook takes h4, but you have to deal with the checkmate first. Have to deal with that. Do I play poker? Not really. I mean, I have played. I do like it, but I don't really play often. I'm not super great at it. I get too emotional usually. It's the problem. So how do we finish things off here, my friends? Maybe we go queen f7. I just don't want to give black time to do this, right? So I'm trying to continue to keep the pressure up. Again, you know, offering the queen trade. Although this time I think it's forced. Okay, next game I have to remember Christian wants the check perk. So I'll give it my best, although it's not an opening that I play too much, but we'll see what we can do. Now we've got the fork threatening both of the pawns. We'll take that one. We'll take this one. And push Harry. Let's go, Harry. Let's go, Harry. You can do it. So I'm just defending my knight and keeping the king trapped, and then the queen can deliver the checkmate. He does have a pawn, so it's not a stalemate. That's important. All right, good game to the sausage. Okay, next up we have Westy. Westy 92. You're going to get a challenge next. All right, here we go. All right, Westy. Challenge sent. There we go. Good luck. Oh, 1600. All right. So I'm going to try an opening requested by Christian here. And we will see what happens. So you do this. You play c6 and queen a5. That's what he wants me to start with. Okay, you've been disconnected. That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Okay, queen a5. I don't know if you're supposed to do it like this early because bishop d2 looks... Well, there must be something in mind here. Let's see. What could the reason be? Yeah, bishop d2. He doesn't play bishop d2. Okay. What happens if I play b5? Trying to go for b4? Okay, now he goes for bishop d2. But... I'll drop back and just put the pressure here. I do want to get away from that bishop. I think that's kind of dangerous. But maybe we go bishop g4 and really start to put the pressure on the center here. It's kind of an interesting position. I'm far from castling though, which might be dangerous. But I think we're solid enough. We can probably get away with it. Now they go bishop e3. Okay. I don't think this is super dangerous because I could play c5 if I have a6. Not sure if I want to play a6 or just move my queen. Yeah, then there's b4. Could be annoying. Let's just go back, I guess. Could be annoying. So... h3. I'm just going to go back and probably just go here. If white really wants to do that, that's fine, and their king's going to be exposed. I don't think they want to do that. They do want to play d5, though. Okay. I feel like I should push this knight around. I feel like that's what I should do. Because otherwise, their knight was going to come in and cause me problems, right? So we're going to try to fix that right away. And then maybe we take here or something. Okay, so the question that I have is, can I take this or do I just push by? Let's take it. I don't know. It looks like I can take it. I don't think I want to take here because of bishop b5 check, but I don't have to do that. I can play knight d7 or something. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure it out as I go along. Brain fatigue from playing so many games? Yes. Yes, I do. I was not intending for this stream to be this long. Hopefully my wife forgives me for this. Yeah, I guess next time I'll have to somehow limit the number. Maybe I'll set a limit. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll set a limit up front with how many games to play so I don't end up in a situation like this. That might be the smart thing to do. Okay. He's going for it. Wow. That is interesting. I'm just going to go back. And now we have a clear target. We could play like h5 and undermine this. This knight is very awkward, okay, because of the pawns. You can't do much with that guy. And now my king's a bit weird because I would love to be able to castle or something, but we can't. He trades, so now we have this. Now we have that. I'm attacking the knight. I'm expecting b3. Oh, c3. c3. Okay, I'm going to take this pawn. That was my other threat, the pawn on d5 there. We've got to get this bishop out. I feel like this bishop is just awful. So e5 maybe, e5, e4, with the bishop on e7, then we could potentially castle. I don't know if I want to castle though, because this is actually not too bad. a3. Okay, I'll just go back. Yeah, let's play e5. I think now's a good time because that kind of shuts down the rook. This is fine. It's defended, and we can play bishop e7 and have options to get the king to safety if we need to. He wants to... No, it doesn't do too much. Let me go bishop e7. Queen b3, but I could just castle. Oh, what is this? What is this? I didn't think about that. I had a big blunder in our game. Queen takes g4, and I didn't even see it. Yes, when you hung the knight, right? Yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay, what's happening here, guys? He's going for some sort of an attack on my king. The question is, how do I deal with this? Wow, we have a total mess about to happen, I think. I could bring my rook over and tuck the king back. I could, let's see, if I take... I could play knight of 6, actually. Maybe I'll play knight of 6. I like knight of 6. It blocks the f-file. It threatens queen d5. Yeah, I like this, actually. Naranjan, you're okay with next stream? Yeah, I will do that. actually. I will definitely take you up on that if you're okay with that. Let me take with this knight. All right. Thank you, Neuronodon. I will put you... Since you were orange, I'm going to put you at first of next stream, and you were reading the longest anyway, so there we go. Thanks for that. Anybody else who is okay with going to next stream, go ahead and let me know. If not, I'll just keep going down the list, okay? We can't go queen d5 anymore. He's pinning me. Ooh. Ooh. Am I asking for too much? Am I asking for too much by doing that? Oh, probably. Probably it's a mistake, but I really want to do it. I really want to do it. But I might regret it. Will I regret it? Hold up. I'll probably regret it. I better just play a normal move. I was going to sack my rook, but I don't think it's wise. Go play 10-minute rapid next stream. Yeah, tell me what your chess.com name is on here, okay? Because I don't know. I don't remember. So just tell me, yeah, what your name is. Tempest? Are you on the list? I don't think you're on the list. Sorry for the confusion. I was asking for people who are already on the list who would be okay pushing their game to the next stream. That was the question. Okay, knight c3. So he's stopping my queen d5. Rook b8. I mean... I've got to get the queen on this diagonal, so we're going to just make it happen one way or the other. We're going to make it happen. Queen b3 now. So I guess we just go back here. I do have rook b8. So rook b8's a pretty nice move, I think. Let's go ahead and play it quickly. Because now we have queen b7. Or I actually had queen c6. I forgot about that. But this is still good. Even here, if I want to just take a pawn. I am up the piece. Keep in mind, I am up the piece that white sacked. So trading queens would be fantastic. Oh, wait a second, guys. Hold everything. Hold everything. Takes. Check. Maybe not. Okay. Okay. I was looking for the brilliant move, but I'm not seeing it. So I gotta take the pawn. Tricky position, actually. There is queen a4. But I just block, probably. What a mess. This position's hurting my brain. Okay, maybe now. Maybe now. Check. Yeah, it's gotta be. That's gotta be a checkmate, guys. That has to be. This isn't checkmate, then I don't know what is. Good game, Westy. Tough fight. Very well played. Okay, Steven says can do 5 instead of 10. Okay, thank you, code mode. All right. Guys, I'm just going to take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back to finish off the list. Okay, this is what we have coming next. I'll be right back. Just give me 2 minutes, all right? All right, guys. Thanks for your patience. Let's go. From Brazil. Challenging now. Unrated. Okay, Jason. Sounds good. That works for me. I mean, you're welcome to also listen if you want, but yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Jason is next. Thanks for being patient, Jason. I'm going to get this pawn in the center right away. I'm going to bring this bishop out somewhere. Maybe this bishop out. Let's go bishop c5. Focusing on the weak spot. You always have to be careful. Knight g4. No, it doesn't quite work, huh? Almost, though. Let's go queen b6. Let's get a little bit tricky here. See what white's going to do about this move. That's a pretty good move, actually. That's a pretty good move, I think. Gets the job done. Yeah, don't worry about it, Jason. Just have fun. Just for fun. Okay, so that's a mistake because you block the queen from defending, so I'll just take that. And the biggest problem for white is that the king can't castle now, more than just a pawn, right? That's really the big problem, that you lose castling rights. Speaking of castling right, I think I'll castle this way. It's a little bit open, but I like getting the rook here. Especially when there's two heavy pieces that are on the same file, right? Because now things like e4, you know, are always on my mind. Yeah, I'm actually going to go back, and now we are threatening e4 here. The pawn can't take. If the knight takes, we just take it. I do have bishop e3. Might be a useful move. Ooh, b3. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and push and just try to bust open the king here. I think we can do it. I think we can do it, taking advantage of the well-placed rook here on d8. Okay, queen to h6. I'm going to take the knight. Yes, it's a threat on the pawn, but it's not a serious threat. The rooks are defended. Bishop could easily be moved. I'm not super concerned with that. I also have the threat of taking here. And so whenever you're making threats, you always want to ask yourself, like, is this really a powerful threat compared to what's about to happen to me, right? And now I'm going to just sack the bishop to open up the king. Knight to d5. What a move. I'm not sure what is happening exactly. I think I can just keep sacking stuff because the king is getting open. If you take me... Let's see, I have a check, I have a sack, I have this. Wow. Yeah, let's sack, because if you can get two pieces for a rook, that's a good trade, and I can definitely get that. I can definitely get that at the bare minimum. Okay. I don't even know if I want to take it just yet. I feel like we have maybe a more powerful move here, guys. Bringing in the queen. Yeah, this looks really good. Let's see. The king goes here, check. Check. Okay, that's going to be a checkmate. So good game. The sacrifices did pay off for us there. Good try. Tough game, but good try. All right. All right. It's Jason. Jason is up next. So here we go. Jason, good luck. I'm going to challenge you right now. $10-minute, unrated, random. Here we go. Good luck, Jason. All right. Is Jason still here? He was just here. Uh-oh. Did I get the name wrong? Ronin 4372, right? Jason, if you're listening, I'm going to try one more time. I don't know why he didn't accept it. I dare you to play the fried liver on me? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm going to put myself as a white just so I can play the fried liver. I want to see what he has in store. All right, Jason, I'm going to challenge you again. How about now? You should have just seen it. There we go. Okay. All right. I dare you to play the fried liver. What does he have in store? I'm really curious. Okay. Oh, that's not the fried liver. Okay. Maybe that's why he put that there. All right. I am going to play a gambit here, guys. This is called the Cochrane Gambit, I believe. And let me go with bishop check here. You give up your knight for 2 pawns. It's kind of similar in style to Halloween Gambit, but you get a lot of pressure on the king. Okay, can I castle? Bishop d6 is a good move. This is a good move. If I castle and he sacks, the question that I have is, am I getting mated? Am I getting mated? Let's think about this. King g3, queen g4, f4, queen here. The other option is I play d4, rook e8, bishop e3. Let me think just for a second. This is kind of a critical moment. If this sacrifice works, I might just lose the game, right? So knight g4, king g3, queen g5, f4. Ah, you know what? No, it has to be, yeah, it has to be f4. f4, queen here, and what do we do? I think it's too risky. I better just play d4. I don't think it's a good idea. Let's go bishop e3. Just play some normal moves here. Yeah, he's playing very well so far. Let me develop my knight. So 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 7, 8. So we actually have 3 pawns for the knight at the moment, which is not too bad. I'm going to go queen d3 here and probably castle this way. But what I was saying is this gambit, it's very similar to the Halloween Gambit where you give up one of your knights early, you get some extra pawns, usually you get to attack, gain some tempos. Really interesting gambit in my opinion. Let's take that. And let's go ahead and castle. So yeah, now we have just 3 pawns for a knight, which is, you know, technically equal point-wise, 3 for 3, but very interesting dynamic to the game. So I like it. I like it. Do we have, wait a second. Do we have a fork? He's got 2. I have a lot of defenders. He has knight b4 though. He's got knight b4. We move the queen. He saves the bishop. So we don't have a fork. Almost. Okay, I'll go ahead and take it. Now there's still a fork, but again, there's this knight b4 move, right? Knight b4. Do we have any tricks there? No. Don't see any tricks. I could play a3 to threaten it. Don't know if that's a great move, but we'll just go ahead and play it. We are threatening d5 now. We are threatening it now. Okay. That's a good move. Okay. I kind of feel like just launching this guy is a good plan. It does allow his knight to come in, but I don't know. I feel like this is going to be super annoying for his king if this pawn gets traded somehow or forced to trade, right? So Well, my position seems pretty solid. I think we can take the time to do this. It's 3 moves, but I don't see what black is going to do readily. So okay, do I want to get rid of that bishop for this knight? That's a very interesting question, isn't it? No, not just yet. I think we just keep going right at the moment. This knight's pretty well placed, so we'll just keep threatening. Okay, he does stop it. But it comes at a cost, right? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and invade with the queen here. Black has to be careful. Obviously, I have to watch out for this one. Okay, I don't believe that that actually solves the problem, though. Check, I just trade and move the king to b1. The issue is the knight's undefended, right? That's the issue. So even though you get the bishop, you actually lose a pawn in the process. And the king is very much exposed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and snag a pawn here. I have to be careful. That would be a nasty fork. So let's avoid it. Now we can push Harry, or we can go for the knight b5 fork. He does have the check. We'll sidestep it. He's going to move the queen. I don't know if we push g3, or I think probably just pushing the h-pawn is going to be the way to go. I mean, I could play g3 right now to stop this. Huh. Yeah, I will do that. We'll stop the bishop f4. So now knight b5 threatens to just win the piece. And we still have Harry that we could push if we want to. Seems like a rough position for black to be in. We just have so many pawns. We have 3, 4, we have 5 pawns for the piece. Is that what it is? Okay, I think we can go for this now. I think we can. Thanks, Quentin. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Take it easy. Okay, let's take the bishop. Now we're up the piece and all the pawns, and his king is in trouble, so. I gotta say, Jason started out this game very, very good, though. Yeah, very solid in the opening. Okay. So knight f5 looks like a pretty nice move here, guys, because I have some very big threats. Also, it defends here. Not that that really matters that much, but this and this are huge. I mean, this is checkmate, so that's got to be stopped somehow. I don't know how though. Maybe he has to sack. Okay, he misses the queen. Let's see. Check. It's not checkmate, but it is a queen. Okay. Let me think about this. Probably just something like rook g1. He almost has a nice tactic here with the fork, but I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it if he sacks. Oh, he goes for that first. Okay, but that's not quite the same. Now we have checkmate. All right, good game, Jason. Well played. Opening started out great, by the way. Just kind of fell apart in the middle game. Yeah, good game. Thanks. Thanks for the super chat too, by the way. Appreciate you. All right, Kennedy. A7 Kennedy is up next. Okay, I'm sending the challenge now. Hopefully your settings are good to go. All right, good luck. Let me go with E4 here. And I'm going to play the bishop's opening. See what is his name? Tubby. Yeah, Tubby. Let's see what Tubby knows about this. Knight C6 is a good move. So the list is closed right now. Yeah, that's a good move too. We play knight F3. But we'll do this again in the future. I'll just have to set a limit to how many people can play, so I didn't realize the interest was going to be so much. Okay. Let's just castle and get the king to safety. Let's go with bishop G5 here. That's a good move. If he takes with the knight, I'm going to be going back to E2 to deal with the pin that way. Because you save your bishop, you also deal with the pin. But so far, Tubby's playing well. I'm going to just trade this off. I want to get control of the D5 square, and that knight is in my way. If I would have played knight D5 immediately, there's actually a tactic where you can take this and you unleash your bishop. So now I can just jump in with my knight, and I really like this knight on D5. So I think that was a decent trade. But so far, Black's playing pretty well. 800 elo. They're playing great. So good job, Tubby. Knight to D4. Okay. Probably just go back. There's some pressure here on F3, and I just want to make sure we're covered. So I just drop it back. Okay, we'll take this with a check. Then we'll take here, and that's a mistake. So finally, we caught a little break here. It's the same tactic I was just mentioning, except from my side. If you take here, I take back with my knight, and I save the knight. But if you take here, I take the bishop. So either way, you lose a piece. So that's the first mistake, I think, that Black has really made this game. Okay, so see that we don't take with the queen and let them take our knight. I have to take back this way. Let me save my queen. I'll just go to E1 for now. I think I'm going to put my knight here to defend the pawn and potentially invade on f5 and h5. So I'm eyeing these squares. Rook d2. Okay. So we're going to go here. We're trying to lure the queen away from the defense of the rook. And I was going to say I could play f4. I actually have to be careful if I play f4. I would get checkmated. So maybe I won't be doing that. Yeah, queen g5 would be a good move, I think. Although I could still play h4. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know if f4 is really that good because he just takes over here, I think. So we could play rook d1, takes. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. Let's go rook d1. Now, I'm still losing some pawns, but at least this way my rook's going to be able to invade, and I think we get some nice counterplay for the pawns that we lose. So I'll probably have to save my knight, though, after rook takes c2, because it is under attack now. But we got the file, and I'm going to focus on attacking the king. Yes, looks like I'm losing all my pawns. This was actually a really good idea from black to invade with the rook like that. Let me go ahead with rook d7. We're just going to sack everything here and go for the attack. Okay. I'm just going to defend it. We can jump in here. Yeah, I think it's time. Bring the knight in. Now it's getting dangerous for the king because the knight is pretty powerful, especially when we get the queen over here with the rook. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I'm not going to be finishing this list tonight. I'm sorry, but it's not going at the speed that I was hoping it would. So I will be moving everybody's name to the next list. And so if you didn't get to play, don't worry. I'll make sure that you get a chance. Even if you miss the next one, your name will just stay on until you catch it, okay? But I do need to go have dinner soon here, and I don't want to make my family wait so long. So I apologize. Especially for the people who've been waiting for like hours to play. Yeah, this was my fault for not planning this out. So I apologize. Please forgive me. What I'm going to be doing after this game is just copying these down below. Okay. Or actually, let's see. Naranjan was first, and then I think everybody else. I don't remember where D money was. I apologize, but I know Naranjan was first. So basically, what I'm going to do is copy these down here, something like this. Okay. Yeah, Queen F6 is a good move. He's defending very nicely. Let's think about this for a minute. I guess I can just take a pawn. I mean, don't see anything better, so I'll just take the pawn. So yeah, this will be the next stream, guys. Here's the list, okay? And that looks like a decent list, actually. So I don't know if we will add more to that one, but we'll do this more in the future. It seems like enough people are enjoying this, so I'll kind of do a couple of these here and there. Okay. Do we have any tactics? This might be a moment. Let's see. If the queen takes, we're good. But if the king takes, I don't think I have anything. Yeah, Tubby's playing very well. Let me think. What to do? I don't even know. Should I go rook b1? But then I'm gonna have this problem. Let me play h4. I wanna give my king some breathing room so we don't have any back rank mate issues. That's the first thing. And maybe in some cases this pawn could be useful to attack. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. This has to be the last game for me. Okay, so this is the next stream lineup. I will be more prepared next time. How's that? He leaves his back rank exposed, but don't know if I can really take advantage of it, unfortunately. Check. Ah, you know what? I might have an idea here. Watch this. Let's go check. Yeah, this should be good, actually. This should be good. He's going to go king h7 for sure. And I have two things I could do. I could force a queen trade. Or I can go queen c8 with the idea of sneaking over here with the checkmate. Am I blundering anything? Am I getting mated or something? No. He can't escape, I don't think. So if I'm not mistaken, this should just end the game here. If I'm not mistaken. So let's see. Look, for 800 though, this was a great game. They played super well, so they've got to feel good about this. Yeah, this is checkmate. Okay, good game, Tubby. Quite the fight. You put up quite the fight, I will say that, with the exception of that one tactic there. Okay. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I have to go. I have made my wife wait too long. So here's the list for next time. Okay. We will do this again. And thank you, everybody. I hope you had fun and enjoyed the games and learned something if you were just watching. And yeah, I'll try to schedule it ahead of time if I can, so you can kind of keep an eye out and hopefully get on the list. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. All right.